Hello everyone, my name is Koi. Thank you for tuning in to this video. We're going to be going through a little demo of the 315 Guild Studio today. I want to start first and foremost by saying that I am not a smart contract developer. I don't have any technical knowledge of that particular side of things. This is merely me as an artist going through and giving a demo from a user's perspective of how to use this application. So with that being said, let's get started. First things first, we're going to go open up a web browser, and I've already logged into my MetaMask account, so you would want to do that first thing. We're going to go to 315guild.io. This will bring you right to our main website. And because I'm logged into MetaMask already, I'm going to now click Enter Guild. So it'll bring me to our actual web application. I'll click Enter Guild one more time. Alright, now, here we are. I am in the guild, and we are here on the studio page, right where we landed. So when you get here, you'll see a few things. I've already deployed a collection, so I have my collections listed here. But if you'd like to start by deploying a new collection, which is what we're going to do today, you have a few options. So you're going to do your collection name, which will serve as what people will search for on other marketplaces to find your collection when you transfer them to those marketplaces. So for example, I'm going to pull up OpenSea. The collection that I've made already is called Koi's Custom Fighters. So that is the name of the collection. That's what you see right here when it pops up. Now, for this, we're going to do Guildy. I've noticed that this is a little bit funky, this text box. If you want to do a space, you have to start the first letter of the next word, then arrow over, and then manually put the space in. Otherwise, it won't let you for some reason. A little wonky, but we're all about these workarounds, right? So that's one that's worth knowing. Alright, so Guildy discount token. And then collection symbol, you usually don't see these because a lot of marketplaces don't include this information for the collections, but this is essentially the same idea as like the ticker behind a coin that you would be looking for. So like ETH USD, something like that, So, but this is specific to the collection of NFTs. So for this, we're going to do GDT, Guild Discount Token. Now let's deploy the collection. So all of these collections will be deployed on the Polygon network. So when I click deploy, you will see estimated gas fees. General rule of thumb here, this box may be blank, my MetaMask window here. So on your screen, it's going to pop up an estimated gas fee. On the Polygon network, I'd always recommend clicking edit, going to advanced options, and then changing your max fee to 75 GUI is a good rule of thumb for transactions to just be processed quicker. It's not always necessary, but that's just my personal preference. So we'll give it a second for the transaction to go through, and then our collection will be deployed. So bear with me here. Now once our collection's deployed, we'll be able to go under my collections and we'll see it listed. But the cool thing about this that I found out by playing around with the other collection, once this is deployed, we can then go into OpenSea and search for it immediately. It'll automatically translate to OpenSea on the back end, which is, I think, is really cool. So I didn't even have to transfer this collection over to OpenSea. Once I minted it onto the guild website, it immediately translated over to OpenSea already. I just thought that was a cool little feature. So this is taking a little longer than normal. Let's see if we can speed this up a little bit. See what happens. I heard that Polygon was having some issues earlier with network congestion, but it looks like our transaction just went through. So we'll give it a second for the website's user interface to catch up. It takes a little bit of time with these types of transactions. Alright, so you see this is populated now again for us to create another collection, but that's not what we want to do. Now we want to go mint a piece to our collection, our first NFT. So you see here, I'll go to the drop down box. It may not always populate this box right after you deploy, so if it doesn't, you know, you can just click to another page like the Forge and then back to the studio, and then the collection box should pop up if it's your first collection that you're deploying. So we'll go to Guildie discount token. Now, first thing you'll see here, we got a few different options. All NFTs that are minted through the GM Studio will require a minimum of 10 GM in order for you to mint on them. Now, up here is the main image. So this is what will be displayed in the thumbnail when you go to look at the NFT, like this, for example. It's this image right here. But then with the studio, we also have the option of extended A/V, which stands for audio/video. So if you have a, you know, music track, or if you have a video that you've put together that you'd like to associate with this NFT, you know, you would put your main image that would basically be like your cover or whatever, you know, whatever it is that you're creating, be on brand with that. And then your actual product file would be placed here. But for this particular video, we'll just be doing a visual piece. So we're just going to do the main graphic. So go to Guildie discount token. So there it is. That's the image. We're going to mint it GDT number 1. Mint description. Alright, so now I've just placed the name of the token. Now to use OpenSea as example again, when we're filling these boxes in. The GDT number 1, if I go click on this specific token, GDT number 1 is what would be displayed right here under the name of that specific token. Now, the description, holding this token will grant you access to some you know, exclusive content, you know, you get it. That description, oh, where'd it go? What'd I do? Okay. Sorry about that. That description will show up over here. Description. In this box. And then under the boost, you'll see your GM claim right there. And then there's a little bit of, but we'll get into this further in a minute. All right, so basically that's the basics of what we got. We're ready to mint this piece. We've got the image, we've got the name, we've got the description, we've got how much GM we want to put on it, and now let's click mint. So we'll click mint. It's going to generate another transaction any second. There we go. I don't want to play around with slow fees, so I'm just gonna, or slow transactions or anything like that because of network congestion, so I'm just gonna up my gas fee. I'm gonna make this nice and quick, and then we'll see what happens. See, look at that. Transaction confirmed. We'll wait a second. Give the studio a second to catch up. So now that it's minted, we should be able to see our piece right down here. Perfect. Then we're ready to roll. And then if we want to mint another piece to a collection, we can just get rid of this, clear these out again, and then, you know, we're ready to roll with the next piece. So now that this is minted, let's go see Guildie discount token. Right to OpenSea. It may take some time to translate to OpenSea on the back end. Let's see. That's interesting. Okay, so it's just a matter of things catching up. Alright, so you can see our first piece was minted here. GDT, 2 Guildie discount token. So you can see right there, we can pop it right up. All I did is I just went to my profile on OpenSea. I went to my activity. I'll do that one more time. So I go to profile, I go to activity, clear the Ethereum filter, and you'll see within my activity right here I minted the Guildie discount token, GDT number 1. Description. Now, the cool thing that we can do from here, since we are the owner of this collection, well, first thing I want to do is refresh the metadata. And then after a minute or two, I can refresh this image and we should be able to see the graphic of the NFT we just minted. Anytime you mint a new FT, it's going to take some time for OpenSea to catch up with all the data. So just keep that in mind if you're worried about something not being done properly or anything like that. It may take a little bit for OpenSea to properly read all the data that you've just created. So don't stress too hard about it. Now that we're here, let's go to Guildie discount token. Just another cool feature with OpenSea specifically. Up here, there's an edit button. So I can click edit, sign this transaction, and that's just, you know, basically verifying that I'm the owner of the collection. And now you can change all these different things. You can change your logo image, you can change your featured image, your banner image, the name of the collection, the URL to get to the collection from OpenSea, description, you know, categories, social connections, you know, websites, all sorts of cool options. Here you can add in your royalty fee if anyone sells a token. So I'm just going to put a nice little 2.5 because it's not aggressive. And then in here, I'm going to go, since it's on the Polygon network, I'm going to go to MetaMask, copy my wallet address, pop that in right there. Polygon blockchain, payments are made in ETH on the Polygon network, but you could also add other tokens for payment here, just based on what's accepted on Polygon. And then you have options for your display theme, whether you want explicit and sensitive content allowed. And if you wanted to split your royalties from secondary sales with another person, you could add a collaborator, and then they would you know, receive a portion of the earnings as well. And yeah, that's about it. So you've made your collection, you can view it here, you can edit it here. So let's go back, fresh page, let's go collection guildie discount. So, you know, you can add new NFTs right directly here. It'll translate to OpenSea on the back end. And then down here, the last thing is you have I haven't done this yet, but you have a transfer collection function. I believe this is what you would do to initiate the transfer to a new marketplace, but don't quote me on that. When the time comes, we will make a separate video specifically for the transfer process, but it's a matter of using a marketplace platform that requires us to do a full transfer of the collection in order for our images to be displayed. So, you know, in due time, we'll see what happens there in the long run. But for right now, don't worry about this transfer collection button too much right now. This video is solely focused on using the studio as a creator to build your content. So with that being said, this is where we're going to wrap up for this video. I appreciate everyone taking the time to watch along. Thank you for tuning in. I will continue to make more of these videos as time progresses. The goal is to create educational content, you know, for all the guild members or anyone in general as a creator that may be interested in what we have going on here. You know, this is all, you know, exclusive content that is limited to guild members only. You know, anyone can go view the forge and claim GM that is on their NFTs, but you know, as a creator, you can only create by being a guild member. So keep that in mind. Check out what we've got going on. Again, it's 315guild.io. If you're interested, you want help getting, you know, steps along the way of becoming a guild member, hop into our Telegram lobby, ask questions. We're always here to help people. You know, we're very organic community, always looking to help. That's kind of the whole nature of this video. I want to help guide people in the right direction. So with that being said, thank you again for tuning in. I hope everyone has a great day. Stay productive, stay positive, and I'll be back again soon. Thank you.